In my last video, we talked about why starting late isn't a disadvantage. But today, I want to talk about something different. This is for the person who isn't late. You are responsible, you are consistent, and you're doing everything that is to be done. And yet, you still feel behind. That feeling doesn't mean you're failing. It means you are in a season that most people don't know how to talk about. This is one of the most confusing places to be as an adult because you are not lazy, you are taking care of your responsibilities, and you're doing everything that needs to be done, but yet you still feel like you're falling behind. I remember seasons in my life that everything looked perfect on paper. I was taking care of my job, I was taking care of my family, and also managing my responsibilities. But internally, I felt unsettled. There were nights that I would go to bed and having checked all the boxes, but I still felt that I wasn't moving forward. That disconnect can lead to frustration. And if frustration is not explained, it often leads to self-doubt. Most people feel behind now than ever before. And it's not because they are underachieving, but it's because standards have quietly been shifted over time. Today, we are exposed to more timelines, more success stories, and more highlight reels than any generation before us. And without realizing, we start measuring our real lives with someone else's curated version of real life. I've had to remind myself that comparison rarely shows the real picture. It only shows what's visible. And when you compare a responsibility-filled life with someone else's highlighted reel, reality starts to feel distorted. Here is something that most people don't acknowledge enough. Many adults are doing more than they've ever had to do before. They are managing careers, finances, families, schedules, and emotional responsibilities. I've had moments where my energy went into keeping life running. Work demands, family responsibility, taking care of my home, and none of it showed up as progress. But it all required effort. That kind of work doesn't get applause. We are just expected to do it because it's part of our lives. It's our responsibility. Most people don't feel behind because they're failing. They're feeling behind because their effort is going into maintenance and not momentum. Maintenance keeps things stable, while momentum keeps things moving forward. And when most of your energy is spent maintaining life, it can feel like nothing is changing. I had to learn this myself. There were seasons that my role wasn't to build anything new, but it was to maintain stability. Stability in myself as an individual and instability in my home, in my family. And that wasn't failure. However, I was judging myself by building standards in my maintenance season. The season you're in matters a lot because life moves in seasons. Some seasons are about building, some seasons are about stabilizing, and some seasons are about simply holding everything together. Looking back, I can see seasons where I thought I was stuck, but in reality, I was actually learning, I was preparing, I was protecting something very important, but I didn't realize it at that particular season. At that time, it didn't feel productive, but looking back from where I am today, that season and with everything that I was doing was very necessary. Doing everything right doesn't always feel rewarding because responsibility doesn't always come with visible results. I remember thinking, why does this still feel off, even though I was being disciplined and responsible? That thought didn't come from being not grateful or ingratitude, but it came from readiness. I was ready to move forward. The difference is I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to see. When you crave progress, it doesn't mean that something is wrong. It often means that you are ready for the next layer, for the next step, for the next phase in your life. Instead of asking, why am I behind? You can ask, what does this season require from me? Some seasons require endurance, Some require boundaries, some require structure, and some require letting go of expectations that no longer fit your life. Clarity doesn't come from pressure. It comes from alignment. If you've been feeling behind, here are 3 reminders. 1. Your pace is not a problem. Your pace reflects your responsibilities. Number 2, your progress may be invisible, but that does not make it insignificant. And number 3, stability is not stagnation. It's often preparation. You don't need to panic. You need perspective. Feeling behind doesn't mean you're late. It often means that you've outgrown an old version of your life but haven't fully stepped into the new one yet. That in-between space feels uncomfortable at times, but it's not failure. It is transition. If this video helped you to put words into something that you've been feeling, please subscribe. This channel is about navigating growth with clarity, discipline, and calm, especially in seasons like this.